tea today because I watched The Crown season 4. I started watching The Crown, let me see what day it was, 3 days ago, and I finished the season yesterday. So it took me 2 days to watch The Crown in total. And I'm not ashamed of it. Point blank period. But I really enjoyed it. And I made a thread and I tweeted while I was watching it through each episode and kind of like my thoughts. This is my second time watching The Crown. I chose to stop, and then Princess Diana came into the show and I said, okay, this is where I'm starting. And I was really, really excited to watch it. I have only heard good things about it. Like, I follow Keon on Twitter, which if you don't follow Keon on Twitter, go follow Keon. He kept raving about it, and I was like, you know what, okay, Keon is being the sign for me, I'm gonna start watching it. So I watched The Crown, and I loved it. I really, really did enjoy it. I just kept watching the episodes, and mind you, this is during the school week. I have assignments to get done. I have things to turn in. But I was watching The Crown. And it was just that. Because that's how good it was. That's how much I enjoyed it. I'm going to be talking about the cast, the plot, the setting, everything. Because I just want to. But first things first, I will make a spoiler alert before people come after me saying that I spoiled it for you. It's literal history. Go on the internet and you can find out everything in a better chronological order, because they don't do everything in order. Because if you look at it correctly, The Crown is off in time, but that's not even important. I'm just gonna say it. You will have The Crown season 4 spoilers. We're about to get into it. Let me tea break, and then we will start. Starting off with the cast. Okay, so if you keep up with who wins awards and stuff, you would know that Olivia Colman won a Golden Globe and a SAG award, which is a Screen Actors Guild award, for her portrayal of the Queen in season 3. So my girl knows how to be the Queen, and she did an amazing job with it, and I really enjoyed watching her. Princess Anne, who is played by erin doherty. It's British. Doherty. That's probably what it is. I'm so funny. Anyway, if there was like a scene stealer, like a character in the show that you're not supposed to really care that much for award, Erin Doherty playing Princess Anne would win. She just brought, like, I don't know what it was, but she played that character so well. I loved watching her in scenes. There's this one scene between her character, Princess Anne, and Prince Charles, Josh O'Connor's character, which we will be getting into. And just the acting in that scene was one of my favorites of hers, because she just stole the scene. She stole it, and she's amazing at it, and I love that about her. So, Princess Anne, Erin Doherty, this is my applause to you. I feel like you don't get the love that you deserve, and I'm giving it to you because you did that. You did that. I think the next person that we're gonna have to talk about is Princess Diana, our lovely Emma Corrin. Anne does Princess Diana's voice so perfectly. I mean, it's just perfect. I love her voice. Tea break. Emma Corrin. I just think with being Princess Diana, there comes very big pressure. I think everyone knows that, because she's so beloved by people all over the world. And she took that and did so well. I feel like I saw Princess Diana in a light I had never seen her before. Obviously, because you're seeing, obviously this is fiction. This is ahistorical, you know. But you're seeing parts that we have never seen as the audience, as the public has never seen of the royal family. And so I just really enjoyed the way that she portrayed that character. She just did amazing. Proud of her, happy for her. I'm excited to watch her in more things. yeah, I'm really gonna be watching her for her career. Okay, my favorite scene for her character. I'm trying to think because there's like a couple that I really liked. Okay, I just chose mine for Josh, and so for her, I think my favorite scene for her is the one in New Zealand with Charles, and her and Charles are basically for the first time talking since getting married about how terrible their marriage is. And in this scene, you know, they're doing good. They finally have that dialogue, and then they fight again. And Charles, his character says, "I love you," to her in this scene. I'm not gonna give the whole full context because I don't want to. And I think seeing that and seeing her kind of just crumble to those 3 little words, because that's all she wanted, even though you know as a character, I mean as a viewer of the show, that that's not how it's going to end up, and that he's still going to be the terrible, terrible husband that he was to her. She portrayed that really well, and I really enjoyed that. So I think that's going to be my favorite scene for Emma Corrin. We are talking about Josh O'Connor, because if Josh does not receive nominations for his acting in season 4 of The Crown, I'm gonna be really mad. I'm gonna be really mad. I don't even know when I filmed this Crown video, but Critics' Choice Awards just came out, and my man's Josh got nominated, my girl Emma got nominated, and our queen, I called it, so thank you very much. He brought, like, there were times in the show where you feel bad for Charles, even though he's evil and terrible to Diana. You feel bad for him because because Josh acted so well. I need to see more of him. He just perfectly, his voice for Charles, he embodied the character. But also his acting. One of my favorite scenes for him was, I don't know what episode it was, but it's another fight between him and Diana. And basically Diana went to New York on a solo trip and stole the show, as she always did. And he had talked to Camilla on the phone, because he was still with Camilla. And she was like, "I can never be her. Like, no one's ever gonna like me. Even if you guys get a divorce and we get together, no one is going to like me as much as Diana." And so Diana comes back home, and Charles is welcoming her, which never happens, but he does, and they're supposed to talk, and Charles goes off on Diana. He's like, "How, when you hurt her, you hurt me." And you see tears and yelling and screaming, and she's like, "Why are you bringing her up in here?" And my terrible accent, I apologize, but you see the acting. It was just perfect. In my opinion, it was perfect. Another scene is also the scene that I said for Emma Corrin, for my favorite scene for her, when Charles says, "I love you." It's so, he did it like, his acting was so perfect, because in that moment you feel like Diana, and you're like, oh, like he loves me, like he loves her, not me, I'm sorry, he loves her, and you believe it for a second. You really believe it for a second, and as you continue watching, you remind yourself that this is not true, and he didn't mean it, he just said it because she needed to hear it, but he makes you believe it, which I don't think if Prince Charles was actually in here you would believe that. So his acting, he just does that so well. I think it's really the little things for me for Josh O'Connor's acting. Those are just the Queen, Princess Anne, Princess Diana, and Prince Charles are my top people for acting in the show. I mean, Obviously everyone's acting, but I just really love those characters this season and watch it for the first time. I'm talking about the plot of this season because that's what I want to talk about, and then I'll be done, I think. Anyway, they talk about Margaret Thatcher and her being prime minister and all the things surrounding the country as she's prime minister is really big. Like I said, Diana and Charles and Camilla. I'm gonna say Camilla is also very much in there, and I loved the actress. I forgot about her. The actress that plays Camilla, I think she's beautiful. I think she's great. She did an amazing job, and I'm really excited to watch her further. Well, I don't know if she's still gonna be in, but it's fine. That's basically all that you're gonna be watching. But I do want to mention, The Crown uses that cast for 2 seasons. So if you're going into The Crown and you're like, oh my gosh, I love these actors, like yes, 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 don't get attached. That's all I'm gonna say, because they're moving so quickly during like this is time and happening and all these things are happening, and they can't look the same way for 20 years. So just know, like, if you're watching solely season 4 and you really enjoy the cast in season 4, know that the cast in season 4 will not be the cast in season 5. Prince Charles is not gonna be the same, the Queen's not gonna be the same, the Duke of Edinburgh is not gonna be the same, Diana's not gonna be the same. Like, no one's going to be the same. They're switching it up because they're going to a new time period. But if you enjoyed the cast of The Crown in season 4, I would advise you to start watching season 3, which I am doing because that's the same cast. Those were their 2 seasons. So season 3 and season 4 are the cast with Josh O'Connor, Emma Corrin, Erin Doherty, and Olivia Colman as Queen. And then season 1 and season 2, I don't know who the actors and actresses are, but that's a different cast as well. I think the writing was really, really great. Like, whoever writes for The Crown, they do it perfectly. They do it well. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's everything I want. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Their directing, great. Their cinematography, amazing. The location that they get to film. If you start watching The Crown, please let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you want me to talk about any different shows, any movies that you want me to talk about. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.